It's a venue in a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Today, a good one in store here between our visitors and the Green Bay Packers. On the visiting sideline, look at the head coach of the Condors. His guys trying to end the front half of this season on a better note. Currently 2-5 on the year. Leading the opposing sideline, that's Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you up in the booth. Kicker Cam Little down on the field. Looks ready to get things started. And we're underway here in Green Bay. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did he keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
First down, and they go right back to it. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They bring pressure, and they're going to get to him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. Fourth down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. I'm curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that gives them the first.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Stroud off of play action. That's complete to Ingram along the sideline. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
That's another Buenos Aires first down. First down.
Off the play action. Here's Stroud. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. The Condors don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Condors will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Packers nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Ready, set.
Now Love on the play fake. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? On 1st and 10, here's Love. Thrown deep towards the end zone. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Jabril Pepper is on the coverage.
Let's go.
Back to the air. Love. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the defense has got it. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Under.
Stroud from the pistol. It connects down the sideline. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take. So the red challenge flag has hit the field. Matt LaFleur wants to see this again.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So Matt LaFleur's challenge unsuccessful, and that call stands. Lone back gets the handoff. And a nice little run there gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Forced out to his right. And he's got it in close. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
That's good for Buenos Aires. 1st down.
Chubb is across the line for the Buenos Aires touchdown. The Condors take a 13-0 lead. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Condors drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Packers nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball for the 35 to begin this drive. Out now runs the Packer offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4.
Set, ready.
Shotgun now for Love. the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Packers first down.
We've reached the end of the first quarter. It's a two-score game early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this.
Check pitch.
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Running right, here's Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
All right, here we go. Second down. Love at the shotgun. Lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. That finds him deep down the sideline. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go.
Ready, go.
First and goal at the 4-yard
In the red zone now. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a one-score game in the first half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Packers 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over.
The Condors with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
On the quick, right? 18.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down. On his own read. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on. Largely because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
One to the right, one to the right. South.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready.
And off to Jacobs to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Love from the gun. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The Packers send out their punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down before the return gets far. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. It's the Condors. About set to begin their drive. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Sent down by Cody Barton.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
All right. Uno more.
From the gun, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Buenos Aires, first down.
Here we go.
A gain of 9 yards.
18.
First down, Condors.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Hits him on the out route. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Out of bounds at midfield. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run it from the gun with Chubb. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
A gain of
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. They're set up at the 35 now.
First and 10 at the 35-yard
Chubb running out of the gun. He has room past the 25. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
First down. First and
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Stroud off the play fake. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Only time left for one more snap block, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Little knocks it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the NFC West. All right, Kate, thanks very much. We are into Week 8, and we're starting to get a sense
Cole Hardman now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Condors with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And he's found the end zone as a receiver this season. You can see he's top 5 right now among NFL running backs in receiving touchdowns. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop it, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
Pressure comes. Stroud. That's to his back. Nick Chubb. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Chubb going for the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
All right.
Here's Chubb up the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And they'll have 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Buying some time left. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Here's Stroud. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. To the air, Stroud. That one connects. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Offense is staying out there, and they're ready to go for it on 4th down. Stroud's going to throw for it. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Love now off the play action. Pass caught out. The ball is out, but it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. If you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes. The play they go with now on 2nd.
At the 25-yard line.
Ready.
To the air with Love. On him again, and he goes down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because as that was not good. Brings up third down.
Okay, ready? Hey, check. Ready, red, hunt. 52.
Very long for him here. It is Cup, left side. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Punt team on the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. Space past the 35. And that return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. Just one quarter remaining in this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. Ball on the 45, first and 10.
Oh, ready?
On play action, here's Stroud. Taking a chance to the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's first and goal. They give inside to Chubb. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Ray, swap. Another swap.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And in for the touchdown. The Condors have likely locked up the win right there. Stroud now bringing his guys up for this two-point attempt. Right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for two, but it doesn't work out.
That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, that's a win-win.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
Packers getting set here. First and 10.
Set, hunt. Left. Hunt.
Love out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Second and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Shotgun now for Love. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check.
From the gun, it's a gift to Jacobs. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Love from the gun. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him.
That's good for a Packers first down.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 25-yard
On
line.
first and 10, here's Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Now Love on the play fake. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're going to face third down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Down.
Throwing his love on third. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And he has the touchdown through what looks like some defensive pass interference. So I think, Brock, thinking this catch should stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
They waited a little extra second there, didn't they? Maybe a little bit of a talk to the other sideline, Brock, before they declined that call. That touchdown's going to stand.
All good and love in football. just a good little penalty taunt.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Packers shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
26. Packers 14.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And he has this down to the 34. The Packers take their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
First down.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Here we go. 118. What's that?
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he'll find ahead for a few. It's third down. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their third and final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. 6 yards to go here. It's third down. Here's a counter give to Chubb. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action. That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Finds the in route complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 5.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers trail by 15. Five still to go here. This is second down.
Let's go.
Love now to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
7-yard gain.
first down. He's not going to be able to escape, and down he goes. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
It's second and 21 at the 37-yard line.
Love. Complete out to the right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
Third down.
To throw. Hits him on the out route. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being fourth down.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's fourth down.
They'll run for it. Jacobs. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's third down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He's going deep. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this.
All right. 18. That's it.
Stroud off of play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
And they get up and get it spiked. 17 ticks left.
Ready.
Chance to move the chains here on third and 4.
Trouble 38.
Here he is to throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this fourth down. Desperation time here. He's got his man. This is Kraft. They're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for a Packer.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week.